Welcome everyone to Elementary University. My name is Mr. Shelby and I'm your coach today with Sales Training System. So today I want everyone to know that if you watch until the end of the video, you're going to become one of the most extraordinary salesperson in the most fastest way. So there's no more sugarcoating. There's no more motivation anymore. The only thing you need to know is, are you willing to take the first step to watch this video 10 to 15 times like you truly mean it? Because with this level of sales ability, I promise you, it can make you survive anywhere around the world without needing to worry. Guarantee. So it's really common for beginner to make 3 mistakes. That usually kills the result when it comes to a good conversion ratio in sales. So first mistake, people have bad expectation. So what I'm trying to say is, if you're thinking that maybe you only needed 2 to 3 hours a week to make you rich, you're completely delusional. Because sales is a technique. Sales is ability. Sales is discipline. It rewards people that actually put in time. If your sales rep that actually put in the most focused time into helping with the company or the things that you're promoting, of course, you're going to be converting way more. Isn't that right? So there's no shortcut to this, right? The second mistake, I want to tell you guys that learning from the wrong person is always the wrong thing. So even though you see a lot of people that think they know sales, maybe in the car dealership, or maybe they are working in an industry that have to sell anything every single day, that doesn't mean they know sales. If they know sales, they will have a courses like us, just like this one. Isn't that right? So you don't listen to people because you have to learn from the one that's already doing it, or they have proof to show that why it's working, right? So the third mistake usually is people constantly changing their mindset or maybe how they work their flow when it comes to the scripts or with their promotion. So the only thing that works, if you stick with one system that always works, and you can edit it or you can maybe improve on it only if it's not working. Slightly different, not huge changes, because you have to practice that 1,000 kick, exactly what I'm trying to say. So the 1,000 script, 1,000 times by practicing the same script, it's your fundamental, like martial art when it comes to sales, right? So that 3 mistake as a beginner always kills your sales conversion ratio. Remember this. Don't repeat the 3 mistake. So if you ask me a question, a lot of students always ask me the same question. What do I say? So that's why we always have a script to train and rehearse with our students and stuff, with a settler and with our closers, just like this one on the screen. You can see it. Arcade Media Trinity Cold Call Screenplay. The reason why I call it screenplay, because you have to train it 1,000 times. All right. So this script always worked. Well, majority of the time. The only time it doesn't work is if you don't practice how to use it. So that's why at the end of this video, if you can watch it deeply and study more and also become the best student, then always you can be the best result, right? So let's go through with the question that our student always asks us, what do I say? And with the script. So it says right here, first thing we want to go pattern interrupt. So even though you have any business, anything, it still works like this, but I'm going to be using a Arcade Media Trinity cold call screenplay script just to show you guys how it works. So hi, whatever the person's name is, maybe Ashley. Hi, Ashley. This is Jordan calling from Arcade Media Trinity today. I know that you might be having a really busy day. So do you mind that if I keep this very short quickly? So as you see on this script, I'm changing my words, changing my tone. I don't really need to say everything on the script, but you have to say your own way, right? So I was hoping that if I could take 30 seconds to explain the reason why I call, and this is so important for your company. And you can tell me if it's relevant to you or not. Does it sound fair? Yeah. So from that 3 sentences, no matter what you do, and stuff is a pattern interrupt. You can be even like a drinking. Well, you don't really drink coffee, guys. Like, so you could be a drinking water and then pick up the phone call and say something like this. Like, the person answers, right? And like, oh, sorry, one sec. Put down water bottle, right? Hey, how's it going? My name is Jordan, calling from Arcade Media Trinity. How's it going today, right? And then no matter what you do, as long as you have a perfect 4 second with your voice, with your tonality, and the words that you choose, you gonna sound fabulous. So from there, you have to know that if you want to do it, or if you want to create anything with open air, with any business that you're trying to promote, you have to sound great. Because if you don't sound great, people just gonna think that you're one of those people that call something stuff or maybe a spam calling them, they're not even interested. You have to make them feel it, feel the emotion, feel the tonality, and feel the words, every impact behind the voice that you're speaking, right? So this is really important because when you have a good opener, it feel like it's a casual talk, not really like a direct sales call. How many times have you hear third world country people, they call back and then they go like, hey sir, it is Fido. I was like, how's it going today? You hang up right away. But instead you could be saying something like, hey sir, my name is this, how's it going? That's it. And then the person has to answer the question. So this depending how you play the chess game in the first 4 seconds to not act like a sales call. The words you choose is signals either you're low threat to them or you're high threat to them. People can smell it. They can hear it. They can hear from your intention from the voice that you have. And you must understand that if you have an open-ended question and stuff, if the prospect answers or they answers the information what you're trying to ask them from and you build a rapid report, you have to frame it to help them with the solution that you're providing. For example, if I'm trying to help you today understanding about sales, right? If you have any question and stuff, feel free to DM me or ask me anytime or text me, give me a call. That's it, right? So from that framing, you have to help the person in the most direct way that they know that you're the person that they can trust. So this position yourself as someone they can trust and someone that's an expert on your field behind your product, not as a salesperson, not as a closer, then your prospect will normally lower the sensitivity of maybe this person trying to sell me right away. They lower the guard and give you honest answer, like becoming a friend. You have to become a friend with the client that you're trying to promote to, right? Because nobody want to sell to them. Nobody. I'm sure that you don't want to be sold to as well. But if your friend asking you for the support to help them with the business, most of the time, you're that good friend that more likely willing to support. Only if you're a good one, though. Isn't that right? Look, what is tangible? Usually, what tangible is people wanted to know what are the goals they have in the future. Example, if you're losing weight, right? Or if you're trying to get more clients, or maybe you wanted to make more income, or maybe you want to hire a team. You need to know what tangible is because the entire of the conversation is built around within the goal. So the destination you're trying to sell them. If you don't know your goal, you don't know what tangible is. You have nothing to sell them if you don't understand what they desire to ask you in order for you to sell it to them. For example, you have to have a specific is what are you hoping to get out of the situation if you're not gonna change today? Or if you have a business right now, but currently you don't have a website, but your website is like the front page. It's like the business where it represents how you can brand with your company. Without a website, you cannot get any sales with any traffic that you have, not even sign up. So when are you going to be looking to get a website first before we discuss further with any other marketing services, for example, like that, right? So from there, you have to be specific. And if your client doesn't know what your intention is, where they at and stuff, they be confused. You could be talking endlessly because they don't want conversation that going out of nowhere. You want to have clear conversation where you and the prospect both have the same goal and knowing where you guys are heading to. That's tangible. So in order to identify the problem of the prospect and after you have to provide the solution in order to help them, then therefore that's how you make a sale. So you have to give them the experience that with any type of problem, if maybe the past or the present, and so you have to explain why if the outcome they're not able to solve today, how long they'll be waiting for. So you have to guide them like a tourist. This is really critical, guys, because if you're not able to identify what they have in a goal and stuff, you basically have a gap between you and the prospect where they don't know where they want to be. And that gap, as a salesperson, you are the person to fill in that gap. That's how you make it up. So the experience is between how that you're able to solve their pain point and providing a solution. But besides that, you're able to help them achieve the goal with the offer that you're promoting to them. For example, you could be saying that, what have you seen that makes you feel like you haven't achieved your goal yet? For example, you've been stuck for a year or 2 years now, could be 3 years. I don't know how many years you've been stuck in, but you came to the gym today because you wanted a new change for yourself with your body transformation. Isn't that right? So if you wanted a change, then how long are you thinking it's going to take you to make a change in the fastest way or in the slowest way? For the fastest way, we have this training program for 8 weeks with the transformation with that, right? But in the slowest way, we have a yearly program where you just come to the gym and stuff. You go to a boxing session where you pay only like $7, $9 a month, something like that. So which option do you prefer? You want a great change in the quickest way that help you to gain your 12 packs, or you wanted a slower change to progress you to get 8 packs, but it takes 12 months, right? If you want to look like the actors in the Hollywood and stuff, like Brad Pitt, then I highly suggest that even though your wife will be really proud of you if you invest in the quickest way as possible to make a great change. So from there, it's an experience that you're able to guide them to solve the problem and stuff and to provide the transformation that they're looking for as experiences. So the transition between the settler and the closer is really important, because from there, if the seller able to get the sign up and making the client really confident in stuff, and after the client signed up, they maybe claim something for free. And ideally, that's when the closers will call them back the next day and try to close them with the promotion they're offering, right? So the transition between the seller and the closer happens exactly when the prospect know that with the current process that they're getting, if they are not solving, or maybe if they're not taking this opportunity that you're offering, they're going to be in a lot of pain, or maybe they're going to be taking longer, or maybe they're not going to be losing weight for a long period of time, right? So urgency is the most important psychological factor in order to help you to proceed into a quicker way of conversions. That's one of the tips that I gave. So remember this, if the prospect now is open to the sign up or whatever that you're offering on the phone and stuff, then in that moment, you have to tell them what is the next step. So, right? Remember this, the seller's job is to get them to sign up, but the closer's job is to get them to pay or purchase and collect the payment, right? So remember this, you want to tell them that whatever that you're talking or today and stuff is not just trying to sell them anything. You're not trying to pitch them anything. If they like the idea, then they sign up and stuff, then one of our senior managers is going to call them back with proper confirmation and provide the solution that they needed that's custom tailored for them only, personally, right? Yeah, so remember this, from the script that we're going to be training from and stuff, you're going to be learning what is a settler to get people to sign up, and then the difference between a closer that can convert them into sales from the product. Two differences. Right after the client know that your product can help them or your service can help them and they acknowledge it, you have to take immediate action within the next day to call them back. Because it's not just you that getting anyone to sign up towards any business. Everyone can do that. But it's depending how the seller and the closer work as a team, as a combo on the client and start to close, right? So if the settler get 10 sign up a day, then no matter what, that's the first fundamental that, of course, the whole team is going to be closing. The settlers easily can get 10 sign up day. Call 300 people, call 100 people, DM them, whatever it is. Learn the same system. All right. So hey everyone, let me tell you what is the root of cause. And as you see on this diagram that I'm showing you guys, from this diagram is extraordinary. Let me tell you the reason why. Because from this diagram, you understand sales way more clearly because it's visual first. And second of all, you see that with this patterns, no matter what, it's a system, repeatable. So sales is always the same thing. We tell other people that, but this is the reason why. Because if you have a clear structure right in front of you, then you know what you needed to do and what you need to work on. But without the structures, then you don't know anything. So that's why this diagram is important. It's like the whiteboard, right? Let me show you guys the formula or the root of cause tree. So from this, as you see, if they say yes, it goes with this way. If they say no, it goes with the other way. No matter what, as the salesperson, you must master every single scenario with role playing or knowing what to say until you can say it on top of your head, right? So this is the most important thing. It's called the root of cause. So you basically uncovering what the prospect are doing and also how long they've been doing it. And from that, it goes with a segment where either you can go with how you say it with your tonality or what changed in order to get it more curious for the prospect to know your services more. Let me give you a brief example, right? So pretend that this is a fitness company, right? So you go with it. So did you move forward with the protein shake that can help you gain weight? If you haven't tried the protein shake that we have in this company and stuff, I highly suggest it because now you start reading the description from the back of the protein thing and stuff for the company, right? So no matter what, you want the prospect to know what the product can help them to move forward with it. I'm just using the first chart right there. Did you move forward with anything? That was the whole point. If they say no, it'll be like, so maybe you're not looking for a website today, even though your company doesn't have a website. So what made you make that decision? Do you think a website is not necessary? Yeah. So from there, either regardless what they say yes or no, you have to reframe into the different sequence. So that's why, as you see in the chart, the segment with arrows, right? Look at it. So if they go back into the yes scenario. So let's say pretend they say yes, they move for anything, right? They say yes. So with the result that you have in the past, was it working for you? Did it help you lose weight? Or correct me if I'm wrong. What prevented you from losing weight if that person really helped you from before? So can you tell me more about it? That's reframing. You can say something like, as you see on that chart, right? Give example, like good result or bad result. So what type of result has the previous marketing agency brought you? Was it good or bad? Now you answer either good or bad. You see the segment right there on the arrows. So if it's good, that's fantastic. Would you like to have more clients towards your company? Is that better though? Yes, right? But if you say you don't want more customer towards your company, why is that? Like, is there something that preventing you? Maybe you're not the right person I'm speaking with, or maybe your financial situation that you're not capable to afford this, something like that. So from there, you see that even though you are not overweight, you're fit, right? I'll try to promote something with fitness, with the graph. So I was like, I see that you're looking really great right now, but I think that you should go for maybe a little bit toning with your hair and stuff. When's the last time that you went toning with your hair? Now I'm upselling another service with hair enhancement or hair salon, whatever it is, right? So even though you're in a great shape right now, fantastic. Would you be interested into learning martial art? Maybe something that can help yourself with self-defense, with boxing classes? Would you be something that you'd be interested in order to protecting the family or the care all the ones that you care around you and stuff? Because I know that right now it's really crazy out there. So a lot of people tell me that if you haven't seen on the news yet, a lot of reports that there's people going psychopath, little psychotic every single day. And then that's why we have one of the best boxing beginner class in this gym, guarantee, because we have this coach that with the experience of Muay Thai, Thailand, or with the experience of MMA and this and that professionally, and look at our record, look at the social media and stuff. There's a beginner class and the first class is free. Would you be interested? I know that maybe martial art is something that you're not looking for, but boxing is something for beginners. I highly suggest. So from there, you're able to shift the dynamic of what the prospect needs. But if you don't offer them that, what if something actually happens because you're not able to offer the service of your company or your business owner told you to offer, you're not able to become that person to offer to them, then it is your responsibility because you could have said that to offer them a boxing self-defense system class, right? And then so you help them with their own safety, guaranteed. So let's go with the other three. If they say no, were you looking for a solution before today? If they say no, what prevented you, right? Get objection. Handling objections is really important. So I'll give you an example. you like everything that I said from before. What are the things that you like the most from everything I just listed for the last 5 minutes? Is it the boxing gym, or is it defending your kids, or maybe is it a protein from this company? What are the three things that more likely to be interesting? But a lot of our clients, they always choose the protein because that's something helps them and tastes the best. There's no other flavor. This is the first company that has this flavor, whatever it is, right? You have to try it out. Yep. So from there, whatever objection that they give you, ends up you have to do your duty to handle the objection in order to shift the dynamic. If you handle the objection correctly, say the right thing and stuff, then the more objection that they give you, the more you handle, the more it increase the conversion ratio of the salesperson, guaranteed. So imagine they give you 10 objections, you handle 10 objections. What happens? Are they gonna say no to you after if you have 10 objections handle to anything that they have worry about? You're like a doctor telling them that this is the medicine that can help you. How? Yeah, there's 10 ways. Here, let me read the bottle. So after you read the bottle, do you think this medicine cannot help you? Right. So that's how you use the root of trees. It's really important to use this diagram because from there, you rehearsal, you practice with your coach, you practice by yourself. And so no matter what, you have to know what to say. If the client understand how you can solve the issue, even though if a small issue or big issue to them, you're able to connect with them emotionally. And the more correct questions and the answers that you have for the client immediately, the more you practice, the more ahead you can have high conversion ratio, because sometimes it's called a moment. If you cannot create that moment and answer correctly, then the sales will go to another person, right? So sometimes talking too much is a bad thing. Remember this, give you another tip. It's not about talking too much. It's about talking wisely. So yeah, keep using that tree with the root of cause. That's really important. In practice, how to handle objections. Next one, it will be how to handle objections. Hello, welcome back. So today with this session, we're going to be teaching you about how to do emotional strategy and also handling objections, like I said. So as you see on this graph, is an emotional graph. It's a really well constructed diagram, all right? So as you see, in this diagram, before I explain anything, I want you to know that if you have any questions, for example, if the prospect asks you that, what can I do to get the transformation? Or maybe I don't think I want the service today yet, right? Anything they say. So this is what you say, right? I know you're concerned, but if you go back from today and you know that you're going to be going through the same issue again, and how long you want to go through the same thing, right? So from there, you have to understand that you have to see the client's perspective in their own point of view, not in yours, because if you cannot handle what the client really trying to say with the main reason, which is maybe you could be not telling them the right thing. That's why they're giving you some type of objection, right? So from there, I want you to know that pre-handling objection is really important, because once you know logical certainty of the product that you're trying to promote, right? If the client say no to you, what would you say after? For example, if I don't think I need this fitness program, then what do you say after? It's like, oh, I see your point of view. You're not the first person that said that. Trust me. If I show you the transformation on how our clients have achieved in a short period of time, maybe that could change your mind. I'm sure that the reason why you are not interested from before because you haven't talked to the right person, which is me, and I'm the right person to talk to you today, or something like that. So you have to understand the person's point of view and handle them in a most respectful way to give them the reason why they should trust you. So in this diagram, you see that if you have, that was logical certainty, by the way. So with in the future pace, you see the graph right there? So if you don't tell them in the future what they benefit in the future, they don't see what they get out of it. Why are they buying anything from you, right? So this diagram is really important. So you have to tell them the benefit, what they gain in the future, right? And then from there, after, you have to tell them that if you are not taking action today, you could be or stay in the same spot for a long period of time, just like how you are. Or maybe your friends will be disappointed in you because they know that today it could change your business. And that's the reason why you're here today, right? So what it is even though you're giving them the future benefit, it's called a fulcrum. They see the benefit in the future, but they have to see the pain point. If they don't take the action, what happens, right? And in the middle, it's called a fulcrum, it's a balance. So from there, whatever that you promote to them, you see the graph is like from the start into logical certainty, you're so logical certain that your product can help them. But in the future, how you gain the benefit and stuff. But if they don't take the action, then what happens? How long they gonna wait, right? And then the last thing is about closing with a pitch, right? So this diagram is so important. You have to understand the fulcrum from positive to negative, from the start to logical certainty, from the future pace into the consequences if they don't take the action, and then the closing pitch. So let me tell you a strategy on how to handle objections. If you practice 1,000 times with your friends, let them ask you why they should sign up with your business and stuff. From there, you're able to gain experience today, right away, today, immediately. What don't you like about it? So the whole point is practicing what to say. The more no that you have, the more yes you're gonna get. That's in sales. Greatest tip, right? So remember that this, in order to get people into the last frame of a close, they have to make a decision in order to buy anything and stuff based on this diagram. The reason to that because whatever they're trying to pitch, if you're not able to solve the problem before, just like other people trying to pitch on anything, but you are that person that can stop their pain, that changes everything. Emotions is everything that sells. Remember this. Sometimes even though when you're communicating, talking with your friends and stuff, you're able to adapt to a way that you can handle pressure in any environment in the quickest way. Lawyer is a best salesperson because a lawyer has to do debate with other lawyers and stuff in order to defend the accused person with another lawyer that understand the system in court. But if they don't know sales, they would not become lawyers as well. So think about it. You have to sharpen yourself like a lawyer, how to handle objections when the other person throwing it at you, maybe the prospect or anything, right? From there, you understand that even though if the person trying to tell you that might not be a great fit for me, you're able to switch the dynamic immediately because you're so confident that your fitness system is going to help them just like others. And then you wait. Yeah. So no matter what, after though, any objection that you handle, the more objection that you handle, the more comes to the close. Every objection they give you is the beginning to closing based on the experience that you're building. You have to defuse it. It's like there's a bomb, right? You person that defusing a bomb, or maybe like the locksmith that trying to listen to lock, right? To try to decode it when it clicks. That's how you pre-handle objections into a close. So let me tell you another analogy what we have, right? Fastest way. If I offer a new perspective, would you want to be interested to hear what I'm saying? That's a hook. So when you tell the prospect that you want to offer them a new perspective, you're able to switch the dynamic into reframing what you're trying to say from a loop. This is a quick analogy. So looping is so important. In order to have confirmation of knowing the prospect will trust you again, even though you're selling a vehicle and stuff, you have to take them out on a test drive. So after the test one, when you loop it again to tell them the spec of the vehicle, that's looping, right? So can I offer you a perspective? Can I be honest with you? And then you loop it to present them again, right? So this analogy is so important because when you try to close with a pitch, when you loop it back to tell them the value that they're getting and stuff, they have a clear confirmation what they're getting for. That will help them. So from there, the client understand the positive aspect of the outcome, what they're getting, and also the tangibles of the goals. But most importantly, if they don't take this offer, negative consequences, what's going to happen? If you go to a doctor, let's say you have a tumor, if you don't remove the tumor and stuff, then you're going to die. That's a negative consequence. But if you remove the tumor though, just like other patient, then you live. The positive and negative. You see it? Yeah. But the tangibles are really important, guys. So based on this diagram, it's so important. You have to understand this practices 1,000 times with your friends and this and that based on this chart. This chart is the way how you can close with guarantees. Hey guys, so I'm gonna be showing you guys that how to use the graph because a student always requested us to show them on roleplay. So this is what we do with a sales script. Finally, we're able to bring that up to show everyone. And if you this session and stuff, then congratulations. But if you haven't got to this session, we watched a video from before and stuff, just to get to this session. Because right now I'm gonna be showing you guys the technique of why sales is so important, the craziest ability from a signature script, right? With the diagram, of course. So let's do this, guys. So as you see on this script, Arcane Media Trendy cold call screenplay. This is what we practice with our people one, right, guys? So first thing, we go with hi, the person's name, this is, and then my name, calling from Arcane Media Trinity. I know that I'm interrupting your day, so I'll keep this very quick. I was hoping I can take 30 seconds of your time, explain why I called, and then you can tell me if it's relevant or not. The reason why this is so important because cold calls is the hardest. I'm telling you this because we have social media, we have advertisement, but when you're able to call someone on the phone or even talk to them, it creates personal experiences and also people more intrigued from talking to you, even though they smile after they got off the phone with you. All right. So remember this, always pattern interrupt. So what that means is no matter what you do, even though you're drinking coffee or maybe in the washroom or you do anything in stuff. So pattern interrupt, what it is you have to do something. You don't have to follow the script directly, but the whole point is something that they haven't heard from before. They're intrigued. They want to speak with you for the first 12 seconds, but the first 4 seconds is the most important. So you go like, hi, whatever your name is, this is whatever a person's name is, and then you're calling from the company you're representing of. They're like, oh, who is that? Calling from this company. So what's happening? Whatever it is, right? So you want to be telling them that it take you really quick to explain to them and if it's relevant or not. Because if it's not relevant, they can say no. But if it's relevant, they can say yes. So remember on that graph, as what I showed you guys, right? On the diagram. So whatever they say, you're supposed to know what to say after. Next certainty, right? Let's go back. And then they're great, fantastic. Well, yeah, I'll sometimes. So I'll be like, have you heard about Arcane Media Trinity before? Does it ring a bell? So even though you knew, like, oh, I haven't heard about it. Whatever it is, great. If they haven't heard about it, that's when they fall into the setup into great, right? And they go with the next thing. So yes, if they heard it, that's wonderful. You still say the same thing. But if they say no, you say great, and then you still pitch the same thing. All right. So from there, you say something like, so Arcane Media is a professional network of freelancers who help business owners to improve their marketing, branding, social media, and also with the sales training as well online. And then, so even though the person haven't heard about it and stuff, you're able to pitch in a way that you have to sound really well, right? From there, the client, even though hear your first pitch, they'll be like, that's actually intriguing. Let me put another scenario with like fitness. Or like, oh, have you heard about this fitness program before? They haven't heard about it. I was like, oh, no worries. So this fitness program can help you with this, that. And we have social proof review and all the celebrity promoting it, is sponsoring and this and that. And then on the first year, you went really successful and so this is the fastest growing fitness program, whatever it is, right? But if they say no worries and whatever it is, you still reframe the same system. Practice that. Because first thing is about pattern interrupt. The second thing is about your pitch, right? So thirdly, you have to know what to pitch. Usually, you want to tell the client what like the highlight of your dishes or maybe the top three thing or maybe the offer that you have right away. If you're not able to promote them something that they cannot say no to, then you're not understanding about the three pillar pitch system. So what it is let's say first option you pitch this offer, right? Second option you pitch this offer. Third option you pitch this offer. And then you ask which one you think will suit you more if it's free, right? Worry about this. So therefore, you're able to create at least three structure of the options where your client able to understand what they're getting at. But if you only have one option in stuff, then that means they're stuck with that. But imagine you have three script with three options that you practice duly, fantastically. Then at least the client know what they're getting, right? Most importantly. So with us, we say something like, so what we really do is we work with network of freelancers and stuff that we have scaled across the world. Here's a website, and from there you're able to see our website designers, social media marketing managers, video editors, most importantly, social media branding personal marketers. And lastly, advertisement with YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, any other PPC system that can generate you leads online with paid advertisement. We have that as well. So from there, you see that I listed 5 things, right? So any company want you to start practicing listing 3 things where you comfortably to promote to a client where they understand what they're getting for, and they'll smile right after. So with the offers and stuff, you can tell them maybe running a discount this weekend, or maybe you have a sales going on. Maybe they can try for free. They can download this. No matter what it is, the next thing about it is, so the problem what we're seeing with your company right now is maybe you don't have a website, right? The problem what we're seeing with your company right now is maybe your social media is not strong enough. The problem what we're seeing with your company is maybe you don't even have a good editor, or you don't even know editing to begin with. But without editing, then there's no social media. Don't you agree? Everything that's popping nowadays is about perfect editing besides social media. But last thing is sales. So no matter what, you have to tell them and identify the problem for the prospect, and then you have to fill in the solution that they needed, say in the most confident way. So from there, before the person wanted to commit into investing any payment with you or selling, paying anything with you, it's your duty in order to tell them the value, what they're getting for, before you tell them the price. So normally a lot of people, they always try to price shop like this cost that. There's no connection. You're just selling them. Don't do that. You want to become a best friend with them so they can come back. The whole point is you're not trying to sell anything to them and that's it. That's disrespectful. What you're trying to do instead is to help them continuously so you're the person that they come back to. That's how you can do the sales, and also you understand the moment when you tell them your service, how much you're worth. So therefore, before you try to tell them anything related to how much money they should be investing in, one thing is, I don't say how much you're paying for, saying this is what you're investing in. So the terminology of the wordplay is really important. Wordplay. So how you handle any client's objection is depending how you convert, reframe, and close. That 3 things right now. So the core principle is, if you want to convert a client in sales and stuff, you don't want to chase a client. You want a client to know you're the chosen one. Most of the sales rep nowadays, they always make a fatal mistake. They try to handle every objection that prospect give them. And even the sales rep, they think that I'm doing a great job, but there's no human connection. The whole reason why people come back to you because they're comfortable speaking with you. Try to be happy, try to smile. They can hear your tonality, or they can sense the way you talk to them behind every word that you speak. So from there, more likely, right? If you handle the objection correctly and stuff, the client will know that you're the person automatically that they're looking for to begin with. So usually a lot of business owners stuff, they always ask you, how much is this, by the way? But this is what you say to them, right? Hey, would you ever go to a lawyer and ask the lawyer how much before talking about your case? Your lawyer would kick you out immediately, isn't that right? So this is a professional business. So before you ask me, how about we speak 15 minutes on the phone, on video and stuff, so we can get to know each other, and at least you know where you're putting your best buck off what you're trying to pay for. Exactly, something like that. So you have to set clear intention and stuff, because a lot of people try to sugarcoat it, but if you don't go dive in directly to solve the person's pain or what the problem that they looking for, or even help them to get clients, then you're not really doing your duty really well. For example, if you go into a clinic and stuff, do you see the doctor talking to you for a while, or even the nurses and stuff? No. You go to doctor and then you tell them what happens and stuff, and nurse give a doctor or nurse prescribe you medicine, and you walk out. That's it. And you come back next time when you're sick. That's it. Simple. Don't think too hard. All right. That's why we created this system, so everyone can see it. So from there, you guys understand the market problem, right? Next thing, the unique position. So what we usually say is, okay, Media Trinity works like a matchmaking freelancing network that we have scaled across the whole world. So we always can see what the business needs, and from there we're trying to talk to our agents and also our managers and stuff to find the right freelancer who is specialized for whatever that you needed in your services. Maybe building an app. You don't know how to build an app. We can find someone to build your app, because we have a lot of the students in university that able to become freelancers based on a platform and the business that we have created with Arcane Media Trinity. Yep. So from there, you have to set logical sense towards the client to know what they're getting for with the best buck of their money, what they're spending on, and correctly. So next thing is example with the first service, like what I just said, right? So from here you can loop it back. Remember what I said about looping? Loop it back, loop the service, even though you have drywall cleaning and how much for that package, how much for this package, okay, loop it back for them. So from there, number 7, that's when you ask for the close. Okay. So remember this, you handle all the objections, you loop it back to represent to them, and then that's when they say yes, they understand what they're getting for, right? And then you go for the closing, right? When you go for the closing, you have to tell them that what you're investing right now is something that can help you, of course. So can you tell me why from everything that I said, what is the best thing that you think it will work for you out of many things I just said? So now the prospect know that whatever that you listed, one of the options is going to help them. So if they forget, that's when you loop it back again and then you ask for the close, right? So the whole purpose is if you don't ask the prospect, if they don't know which one helps them, stuff, then you cannot go for the right moment to close them, to ask for the money, right? Remember this, timing is everything. So usually the decision between the close of the business owner is the moment everything you presented and stuff, and then you tell them this package might cost you $1,000 and stuff, and then that's when they go with, oh, I might need to talk to my partner. Maybe this is not the right time. This doesn't suit me and stuff. That's when you pull the second presentation, for example, right? Well, of course, because I haven't showed you the result that this fitness program has brought to other people yet. Before I'm just telling you how this program can help you, but I haven't shown you the result yet. I'll help you help the others, for example, like that. So how you handle objection, this is very important. So when you ask for the money, usually they have certain objection in, I don't know this, I don't know that, I don't know this. That's when you go full on, use all your skill set to defeat the objection right away with certainty. Don't stutter. From there, more you handle the objection, the more the person cannot say no. For example, I need to talk to my partner. This $5,000 could be really expensive and stuff. So compared to what? Maybe this $5,000 is expensive compared to maybe you spending in another college degree that doesn't help you and stuff for your children, or maybe compared to $5,000 you could be spending in Vegas or maybe going to rave. But if you spend this $5,000 and stuff, you're able to learn how to build a business in the fastest way. $1,000 able to generate you 50,000 to 500,000 or even like any other figure in the future with the only one-time investment. So with the choices of you not knowing how to build a business and the choices of you that you can spend this $5,000 at Red Lobster, at a restaurant, which one would you spend on? At a restaurant or maybe on yourself by learning this? Yep. And shut up. So from there, you handle every objection correctly and stuff, and then you able to redirect it in a logical sense of the right moment that the client cannot say no. They don't know that they cannot say no. So from there, usually whoever talks first loses. That's when you have $5,000, right? Maybe it takes half an hour. No matter what, you have to have 2 presentations. First presentation is what they're getting for and the product and this and that. Second presentation is about handling the objection with social proof or maybe with testimonial or result or transformation that it worked and stuff. And the third is handling the objection correctly with the right timing. That's when you close, right? So most importantly, after you handle the objection and stuff, and then if you're seller and stuff, you tell them to sign up. But if you're closing and stuff, then you can close them right away. And for example, like let's make this deal right now. So you have to understand the system. When you're going through step by step, you're able to structure the way that it's the same thing. Guys, sales is the same thing. We have created the most extraordinary fastest system. Trust me, watch this video 10 to 15 times. And you see it right there, right? So you can book them into a sign up, or maybe booking them into a sales call into next week, booking with a senior manager, calling them back or whatever it is. Or you can send them a presentation with a PDF or maybe some type of infographic towards an email so they know how much or what they're getting for before they talk to the closer and stuff. But the most importantly, practice how to handle objection, guys, is everything. If your company doesn't give you the system and train you and stuff, then that means they haven't found a company that professionally done something like this. Like in North America, it's require at least like pay for like the whole sales training system for the whole entire business to train every department how to sell by increasing like your 68% conversion ratio. That's why people pay like $2 something like this, guy. But you guys are lucky because welcome to Elementary University. Next is the more objection that you handle. A lot of people have fear of handling objection. A lot of people have fear of public speaking stuff. You have to have no fear. You must be a psychopath in order to be a best closer. If I asked you to be rich today, if I asked you to be wealthy today, then I want you to be the most extraordinary sales psychopath inside Elementary University to make me proud with the system I gave you. So yeah, the more objection that you handle, the more you can make fortune in the real world, okay? Yes, if you have no choice, but this is the only way for you to make fortunes internationally, then this is the system you need to be practicing on. All right, so before the next thing about tonality, body language, remember this. With this script right here, as you see, guys, like works better for you Tuesday or Wednesday. Say so that is immediate action. Like, would you be open up to a quick 10-minute call sometime this week or see if it's helpful with this? Now, no matter what it is, you can get them signed up or you can get them to close, but you have to go through the whole system in order for the person to understand you, the expert of your field. Handle all objections correctly. Take a moment, pause, and let them talk. And say the number, how much your value is, all right? So next thing about body language and tonality, use this system, okay? And remember this, the graph is right there. This graph is everything. Welcome back to Elementary University Sales course. My name is Mr. Shelby, and right now we're going to be teaching you tonality, body language, and how you say things. As you see on this chart right here, there's 4 different tonality. You can be speaking really casual with your shoulder back. Remember this, I'm not really good on video and stuff, so I'm training you the system that already works with our students and business owners. But remember this, even though on the phone, you can do the same thing. So you can have casual tone, skeptical tone, concerned tone. So if you're casual and stuff, you have shoulder back, whatever it is you see on that chart, you can do better than me, I'm sure, because I'm not that great when it comes to video, like I said. But casual tone, what that means is you could be talking to a client, say something like, hey, how's it going? My name is Mr. Shelby, like that, right? But you can make something like curious. You could be like, hey, name is Mr. Shelby. So yeah, not curious. But maybe you have skeptical tone, be like, name is Mr. Shelby, like, you know what I mean? Or you can have really concerned tone to be like, hey, my name is Mr. Shelby. How can I help you today? Something like that. So with the 4 tonality, you have to master that because when it comes to your body language, your tonality, and the words that you choose, even though you're on the phone, it makes the person come back to you. They want to speak with you. You like all this, all right? Just one on practice. That's always tell my student. If you can master your tonality, and even in sales, you can make anybody happy within 1 minute. How? Right there. Mastering the 4 tonality. Let me try to make you happy with the first tone, right? So casual. I was like, hey, I know that, make you happy and stuff. Would you be happy if I give you $1,000? That's casual. Okay, so curious, but hey, if I give you $1,000 today, would you be more happier? So skeptical, but like, hey, hope this helps you. If I give you $1,000, would it help you? Okay, it's concerned like, hey, I hope this $1,000 can help you. Coming out from the bottom of my heart, that's concern, right? So from this 4 tonality is a key crucial part. It's like karaoke. Yeah, you master your pitch, like your tones or high pitch or lower pitch, whatever it is. The whole point is you're able to create a magnetic pitch in your own way. With this 4 tonality, the client is in love with your voice. Besides the video or whatever it is, right? I'm not really good at video. So yeah, language is everything. Determine the subconsciously of both you and the prospect with your tonality, signal confidence, or maybe you try to tell the person that you really care about them, or you try to get the person to open up to you with what you're offering. Or maybe if the prospect are really skeptical, they don't really like you, how you sound on the phone already. You better, hey, hold on. Okay, so then be real with you for a second. You get it? From there, you're able to create a pattern into rock. So you master this four tonality, able to trigger a self-consciousness that the person willing to pay attention and respect you from everything that you say. Practice. So remember this: you are trying to when you have a good tonality and stuff, you're able to make the person want to listen to you way longer. So right now, currently, people have bad attention span, right? So if you don't know what to say under first 12 seconds, more likely people's gonna hang up to you. So you can make your tonality way more happier so the person can hear and stuff. So if the person really sad on the phone, you can mirror the tonality as well to be really sad so you can feel the same emotion between both of you, right? So therefore, emotions is everything when it comes to sales, but practice your pitch because if you don't know how to make the person like what you say and stuff, then you can never, well, it's really hard for you to make the person want to buy anything from you, right? So literally, you have to practice your emotional state. You have to be confident. You have to tell yourself that you don't do this. You have to tell yourself like going through right now is not just about sales. It's about you trying to be better and have way more income. So keep practicing your emotional state to make you more powerful. They can hear, they can sense it behind the tonality and the way you say things behind your words. Choose wisely with words because your words that you choose either determine if you're stupid or you're a person that they should listen to, would respect and pay attention to. A lot of people say stupid things, so don't be that person. When you want to talk to a person that is stupid, right? And would you want to spend even $1,000 on someone that talking stupid? If I cannot talk like this correctly, like this, that's my third language. I'm Chinese, by the way. If I cannot speak at least some type of English that makes sense to you guys, I wouldn't able to become a sales coach. Even though I'm not good at video, but I'm willing to sacrifice and do everything just to help you guys by providing content like this ones for free. So my name is Shelby. Remember this. If you don't know my social media, you can add me on Instagram and Top J Shelby. So your verbal cueing and mirroring is really important. If the person, like I said, if they're sad, then you're like, okay. So remember this. A lot of times that people doesn't know, people feel the words. This is a quick tip. Okay, feel the words. Yeah, okay. What that is if you have to acknowledge the client, whatever they say, you bet, okay, interesting, really? Acknowledge it. You're taking down notes. One other thing is sometimes when your client talking to you and stuff, you're too lazy, don't even take down notes. What we do is we take down every single note on the board to make sure we repeat it back to our clients so they know that we got them listening, okay? That's all respect. Yeah. Courtesy require high discipline, guys. So second thing is, remember this. You have to speak word correctly. Sometimes not slow. You have to speed up your words. Every 500 words is like under 1 minute. You have to speed up the way how you say it. Because the more you say it, even though you have a script, right? You cannot just memorize the script. You have to like in and stuff to become the script. So how do you do that? When you have a script, usually you use a highlighter and stuff, and then cross the session or the sentences that you can remember. So the more you cross, the more you remember. It forces your mind to naturally remember the whole script, right? So the more you cover the session, like highlight the more you kind of sit correctly because you still have the rest of the script. So in the beginning, cover 10%. And then after half an hour, cover like the script. And then another half an hour, cover like the script, like more. Then you'll remember the script, right? The script is really important because without that script, you will not know how to sell. That's why people make scripts because your job is a salesperson to earn the highest commission in the fastest way. You just have to sell and say the script and practice with it. That's it. Slow delivery. Sometimes you can slow down your pitch to make it more mesmerizing. So you can be like, hey, let me tell you a secret. Hold on, let me tell you a secret. I learned this from my sister Heather. Shout out to her. She's one of the best communication coach in Elementary University. Thanks to Sister Heather and stuff. That's how I learned communication in English as a third language. Thank you, Heather sister. Follow her on Instagram. She's doing amazingly great with it. Yeah. upward tone on the feeler. So for example, you out of nowhere from low tone and stuff, you can emphasize your tone to make it more motivational. So you can be like, let me tell you something. This client had the same result as you and stuff before he was lost. But after he went through what our system and stuff, guess what? His conversion ratio went slightly higher. Not really high, but slightly higher. But he said that he did agree that if he had more training with us, then he know that he'll get more high conversion ratio. That's the differences. So it's already working really well, but he just wanted to do better. Yeah. When you have upward tonality, you're able to spike the emotional impact of your conversation that people into what you're gonna say next. It's like an uppercut with a surprise attack, right? So next thing, downward tone. What that is you're able to emphasize a negative emotion, like sorry that this happened to your ex-girlfriend, and I'm sure that you want a healthy marriage, right? That's what you're looking for. Yeah. When you downward tone, what you're trying to emphasize is something that even though you can pause and say something after, so people pay attention to you more. So for example, I'll do an example, right? Right now I pause. Yesterday, my house was haunted. The reason to that because one of my chair moved from nowhere. Yeah. From there, downward tone, upward tone. You see that? Control the frame. So when you know how to pause and using certain verbal cueing and stuff, you're able to control the framing of the conversation into more mesmerizing, and people know that they want to talk to you. They know that after hearing your voice, it's like an angel whispering at the ear before you promoting to them and telling them, okay, you want to be that angel whispering at their ear. That's verbal cueing, right? So sharpen the four tonality. Remember this. If they have any other question for you, and from there they can tell you immediately whatever it is say. But if you cannot hear what they say, maybe your language barrier and stuff, you can just say, hey, sorry, do you think you can repeat that? Because right now I'm actually like on my note and stuff, but I missed that. What did you say again? If you don't get the right answer from them, you have to clarify because you're taking down the notes. You have to build rapid report. If you don't take down that notes and stop really respecting the client or the prospect and stuff, you're understanding what they're looking for. So remember, take down the notes and then repeat the question that they what they fear of. Like let's say the outcome that they could not get. Like repeat after the concern. That's so important, guys. So yeah, full tonality, and then you have to understand about verbal cueing with different tonality and stuff, and you have to write down the question and stuff, repeat it back to them, so you need to pay attention to them. All right. So that's the way with elementary university with tonality and body language. It depending on how you say, how you guide the prospect through a conversation. Even though it takes 3 minutes, keep practicing on it because it's important. You have to sound certain in order for the person to buy the product from you and as a salesperson, and they believe and trust the brand that you stand behind with. That three things, okay? This is the deepest level of sales psychology that we're going to be telling you guys. Welcome to Elementary University. My name is Mr. Shelby. So you have to identify the sales psychology, that's dark sales psychology. From that one, you don't want to be missing out. So remember this. Every prospect sits on a spectrum between two extremes, from either the alpha, you see on this chart right there, the alpha confident, feels like they don't need help. The alpha always feel like they won't buy anything because they already got everything figured out. So guess what happens? So only solution for them to buy anything is if it helps them. So if it is your responsibility to make the alpha understand that whatever you're doing and stuff, there's an opportunity into the buying pocket, as you see on the chart. So as for the beta though, the beta is a little bit different. They always feel like, oh, nothing's gonna help them, no matter what it is. Even though when they know that it's the right thing to buy, but guess what? They don't trust themselves in order to make the right decision. So the only way to help them is to build them up by identifying what they needed to do to maybe like them. It give them some courage because of two type of buyers, alpha or beta, as you see right there on the chart. It is your due diligence for you to understand how to identify the two differences. Then you understand clearly of what type of patient in your hospital that you can help them with. For example, if you try to help a patient with cancer, right, then the cancer patient could be alpha cancer patient. But if you try to help a patient with hair transplant, then that means that's a beta, right? Hair transplant, something like that. So you have to identify two types of buyers, alpha or beta, most importantly, and figure it out. From there, you shorten the time and understand way quickly on what you needed to say to them, either with your tonality, with a script, or maybe with your verbal cue or your mirroring questions that you can repeat it back to them with the looping, right? So, for example, let me give you some type of difference. When we talk about self psychology, the most important thing is human psychology is acting according what who would believe we are. If someone believes they are courageous, they act courageously. So from there, what that means is if they believe that they're intelligent, they trust their decision. So if they're the alpha, right, and they make all the decision, if you tell them everything that it helps them and stuff, it's their decision to choose to buy or not. But if you're not able to tell an alpha to frame it into a decision that where you can guide them to take that action, right, from whatever you're promoting, then they cannot be the alpha. You have to let them to be alpha or beta in order for them to decide to purchase. That's what I'm trying to say. Yeah. So sometimes you have to say things that mirror them or it suits them. For example, like if a person's beta and stuff, you have to give them motivation and stuff. That's most importantly. If you don't match if you don't match the dark psychology of understanding what type of identity framing that suits them and stuff, then you cannot change your sales angle. For example, like it's boxing, you have boxing stance. In Muay Thai, you have Muay Thai stance, like different stances. So the two stances branch out to different sequences, as you see on this chart. So how you deal with alpha and how you deal with beta, no matter what it is, you have to act differently. For example, right? Some people like to be smart and stuff, you let them be smart, no matter what. But even though if you're a lawyer, if you're a doctor and stuff, your whole job, what you needed to do is how you can help them with a solution because they came to you. That's it in the quickest way, right? So identity framing is really important. Remember this. If you are not able to label what type of buyer that you're dealing with and stuff, you cannot see the body language. Sometimes you're not able to say things that they can trust you. For example, like everybody likes compliments. So try this. Besides, I told you guys about the first 4 seconds with tonality, but if it's in person and stuff, that's different than on the phone, right? Try this. First 4 seconds, comment them right away. You guys see them smiling. But don't tell them you learned this from Mr. Shelby at Vinci University sales coaching system. So even though talking to a new girl or talking to a new guy, whatever it is, try to make a compliment with them. Hey, I like the shirt that you're wearing. I like your hair. I like your outfit. I like your sunglasses. That suits you really well. I like the color of your hair and stuff. Did you just get it done recently? Oh, you didn't get it done? Oh, I thought you just got it done recently because you always look wonderful. Something like that. So when you understand the identity framing, you're able to read the person that you're dealing with. But this is sales coaching. I'm not gonna go too direct into like the other techniques that I show inside elementary university. And so, come to sales, if you able to analyze the prospect or even on the phone on the person you're talking to, and so you identify the two type that you're able to understand what is a buying pocket. So the script, the tonality, verbal cues, mirroring, I'm sure that you know what I said from last thing and stuff, but I'm talking about like you have to be like an FBI agent that know exactly what to say and then on what structure from one of the type that this person is, right? Let's say this person is like alpha, then you have the whole tree line, what you have to say. If this person beta, you have the whole tree line, what you have to say, like a FBI agent thing. Yeah. From there, you're able to guide them to make the decision knowing that is a dark side cell psychology that they connected with you right away. But most importantly, the product and the salesperson and also the company that stand behind it. These three things, if you're missing one of the component, then you're not able to sell, right? So this sales psychology, remember that. I just told you guys tips on how to connect with anyone, basically. Yeah, sales. Yeah. So most importantly, want you guys to see this. With this chart, you understand about the type of the buyers from alpha to beta in the buying pocket, and then you following the tree line with the system 1, 2, 3, 4. And the last thing is about mirroring the question. So for example, like you think with a fitness program would not help you if you help with nine people and stuff? Like, of course, because it helped with nine people, right? Of course, like help you. Yeah. So you have to understand how to rephrase and loop it back with like if you agree that this fitness program will help you and get this started, shall we? Because if you don't start today, oh hey, one of my our company running a different offer and stuff. If you sign up today, would do this deal today with the fitness program and stuff, then you get 30% or 40% off or even 50% off only today, and then you pass, right? Does that fair with you? Yeah. So now you understand about rephrasing the same question in different ways. Instead, you pause, create a moment in order to close them by bringing the price point at the right time, right? And you pause that. So whoever speaks first loses. So remember this. Understand the buying pocket is really important. So often, like any other people, is that even your friend can support you. If they are your friends, why would they not support you in your business that you created? Let's say you spend 1,000 hours endlessly, late night, like, and then you have like eyes on your eyes, like be caring for you. So if you ask them to support you with maybe selling a t-shirt to them, they don't even say yes, then why are you guys a friends? Think about it. Think about this because you have a business. Why would they get a t-shirt from the mall instead of from a friend from your business, right? Yeah. From there, you see that there's different type of hooks and different type of sales strategy and stuff, but you have to understand that when to pause at the right time after you bring up the price. Don't talk too much. The more you speak, the more you loses. Talk sharp like a lawyer. Understand on this. So that's why every chart that we have is important. This is the personality type and also the diagram for buying pockets with two customer type, right? See you on the next one. So hey guys, welcome back. My name is Mr. Shelby and I'm going to be showing you today continuously to our sales training course. So with this diagram, it's about the reframing structure. So you have to understand what reframing is because reframing is the most important technical sales system that is like a legendary technique, okay? The backspin kick, I call it, right? So number one, frame. Number two, pushback. Number three, consequence. Number four, CTA. So if you haven't watched a video from before, then please watch it because you're missing out. Well, continue to this now. So it's framing. Present two contrasting identity, path, or type of peoples. Number two, pushback. Make them defend their frame. And why? Because you don't have to. It makes it sell automatically that subconsciously with dark psychology, the customer or the prospect want to purchase themselves. Consequence, the fear of staying the same, the fear of not moving forward. How long is it going to take you? Yeah, 2 weeks, 2 years. Number four, CTA, commit to decision, identify an action. So if you want to make a decision today, this is my suggestion, right? So from that, the fourth frame, if you don't understand this, you will not have a structure of, you're going to be asking a lot of questions and they'll be bored of you. They don't even want to talk to you. They'll be hating you. They'll be, oh my God, this person just kept talking like again and not getting out of nowhere. With this four frame, it's the way how you get to somewhere with 4 steps. How to get to somewhere. That's it. You no longer needed to get to nowhere and stuff. Like, do not talk people out of buying, guys. This is really important. That's why I show you this 4 frame, okay? Let me show you guys how we're going to be using this. So, for example, if you're calling people, right? You have to have the opener, the tangible, the experiences, logical certainty, the probe, the rational question, the pre-handling, the future page, the consequences, 3, commitment, and the pitch. A lot of different things, right? But don't worry, download my PDF and stuff, and then from there it teaches you right away. You'll be seeing exactly the secret technique inside my book. Okay, so you have stages. No matter what, people doesn't realize that from the stages I just listed. We watch the video again or pay attention. Okay, yeah, they don't realize psychologically it's a funnel. That's how you sell. They're talking to you half an hour for what? Okay, see 1, 2, 3, 4. Framing, pushback, consequence, CTA. So they don't know you're going through step by step into selling them. The same system. That's why sales is always the same. I'll repeat one more time. The stages: opener, tangible, experience, logical certainty, probe, rational question, pre-handling objections, future base, consequences, 3, commitment, and then you pitch the sell at the right moment. Write it down, right? So your goal is to master your tonality, master your psychology, master your pitch, master your offer, master your script. No matter what it is, handle all objection, but thoroughly with all the stages completed. That's how you have guaranteed sales. Okay, remember that. Right, I'm gonna be using this chart to show you guys what I'm trying to say. Luckily, this is really important. I kept saying that if you don't handle the objection, you cannot pitch the sales. Remember this. But as you see in this chart, so the core identity. So for example, like any art, maybe selling tarot reading spiritually, for example, like that. So go from the tarot reader. So shout out to my girlfriend Bella. Check out her page at cb.x.o. She's doing a most spiritually crazy. Like it's like doing stuff. I don't know how she can predict all that with tarot cards, but like something that you guys really try. Because I know that like you believe in ghosts or not or spirits and stuff, but she sees like ghosts all the time. I don't really believe her until she showed me her tarot reading, but it's actually really intriguing. Her first time tarot reading is free anyways, yeah, for the first time. So sign up maybe using my code and stuff. Go to the page at cb.x.o. Yeah. So no, go back to the chart. Past and present. So number one, casual. So remember this, you're trying to be a casual conversation with anyone that you pitch or you sell to, even though talking to a friend. The more casual you are, the more personalized that you are, the more you know that you're becoming better and better. Because a lot of people, when they first begin with this, and stuff, it takes them weeks and months, to be a good salesperson, right? If they're new. But no matter what, due to that point, if the highest conversion ratio is the people that can make the client laugh on the phone. So if you can make the person happiness you make the person happy, majority of the time that person will buy anything from you. So try to make them happy. Okay, yeah. So future, remember this, like the point and the negative aspect, how long you'll be waiting if you're not gonna be changed, how long you'll be stuck forever and stuff. So this one of the Kudo formula is whatever that doing to you right now for being the same XYZ, how long you gonna be waiting for, right? Second thing is like most of people are ahead of you because they already done that long time ago and you haven't even begun yet. So that's called a Kudo formula. So whatever it is, you create an urgency that they need to take action immediately within right there at that very moment, right? So from this system, I want to show you guys how to handle the objection and stuff. Imagine that you're a lawyer. Just anything that people throw at you and stuff, you say the right thing, but you cannot be lying about it. You have to have your information. You have to have all your notes. You have to have all the correct information. Remember, not just information, correct. You have to back up your own words to justify yourself that you're correct. So that's why there's debates and everything. So as a good communicator, no matter what, you can learn sales in the most quickest way, but sales is more like a technique. So next time what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be utilizing our signature scripts to show you guys what we do to train our seller and closers in order to help the business owner with the right investment from cold call, into cold. Hello everyone, so welcome back to this is the most important of the sales training system today, which is the live role play. So like what mentioned earlier, if you didn't know that with real experiences only built if you repeat the same movement 1,000 times, all right? So this is what we do usually with our coach and also how the coaches train the students as well and also others with live examples. So we'll make everyone trying to pretend that they're calling each other with a phone call, like live, like ring, ring, and the other person had to respond. So that's how they talk to each other and sharpen up the sales script from the company that we work with as a part of team of remote closers, right? So even though if you selling a car, right, I'm pretty sure they have meetings almost every single day about the new vehicle and stuff, what type of new vehicle that has brought into the dealership at what time and what is the spec of the vehicle and how they're supposed to be promoting it. So for example, right now we're going to be using the Arcane Media Trinity cold call screenplay script. Whatever it is, just pretending like I'm calling right now, right? So, hi, this is Jordan calling from Arcane Media. How are you doing today? And you'll be like, oh, I'm doing great. Excellent. That's wonderful. I know I might be interrupting your day, so I want to keep this really short. Is that okay with you? But if this relevant to you, with your business, it can benefit a lot. Can I have 30 seconds? Right there. And the person's gonna say yes, right? And then what I usually teach other people to say is, oh, have you heard about Arcane Media Trinity before? Does that ring a bell? If you heard about it, remember, go back to the course, what we've done before, right? Watch those videos, because this is like the role, right? Of the live sales training system, the most important thing. This is how you sell, right? So if yes, they're like, okay, that's it. Company from, oh, it is from Canada, and just keep saying this, right? And if they say no, so, oh, no worries. If you haven't heard about Arcane Media Trinity, it is a new company where there's a professional network of freelancers who help businesses to improve their marketing, branding, and online presence, such as viral content with social media. Have you seen those million views per heads on the viral reels that related to your industry in your restaurant? Something like that, right? That, oh, I've seen it. Great, that's wonderful. And you go, regardless what they say, you go with next, right? So yeah, that's one. So we got great, that's wonderful. So just a quick on us, if you didn't know yet, we have a lot of different freelancers that helping business owners and stuff that we have scouted across the whole world. Normally most of them are from North America. So, for example, we have one of the really good website designer, and we have one of the social media marketing manager. We have a video editor, and we have a branding content manager, and we have an advertisement PPC strategist as well. We pay advertisements such as Facebook, TikTok, Instagram, YouTube, different type of paid advertiser. Yeah. So therefore, I was wondering, I came across your business and stuff from our team's research before this phone call. I see that you don't even have a website yet. May I ask the reason why? Is it because your company is new? Is that why you don't have a website? Or is it because nobody ever told you that how important to have a website yet? So I could be the lucky person that can inform you today. My pleasure. My name is Jordan. Once there, let me tell you about why website to your company is so important, because you could be missing out hundreds of clients already with your new company if you don't have a website. Even though people want to sign up, instead they know where to sign up. So your competition across the road have the website. I see that across the street at that full restaurant. The Pho restaurant has a website. How come your Pho restaurant doesn't have a website yet? I know that besides there's like social media as videos and there's different type of advertisement, but I'm not trying to sell you anything today. And thank you for giving me the time. I was wondering if you would be interested in joining an appointment. Let me schedule you with a quick phone call, 15-minute only, with a senior manager at Arcade Media Trinity that can get you the best quote possibly and with a strategy that can help you with your brand. Other people out there, other companies out there, they're just simply trying to sell you any marketing services. I'm aware of that. But the difference with Arcade Media Trinity is they completely opposite. They have fulfillment managers with project managers. Most importantly, they have really good project managers that can get the best quote for your company with the best offers that can fit you. Due to that, you're not really paying for marketing services or just like regular website design or any of the 5 services such as social media marketing or video editing. If you don't have video editing, oh, they're extraordinary. But besides that, most importantly, they have one of the most exceptional social media manager that help other people with business owner with viral reels inside the industry. So what that is their services with 15 reels with $2,997, 15 reels of viral reel, the things that you see on social media that get you 100K or million of viewers and stuff. From even though if you have a million viewers that see one video, imagine 10% of that. That's roughly ultimately over 1,000 client, right? If you have a million hits, like whatever, that's 1% possibly, right? So from there, what they specialize is if 15 reels from that $2,997 or 20 reels for $3,497, or with 30 reels, which is all the business owners are loving this one because 30 viral reels, you cannot go wrong with any of this because 30 viral reels, remember, it's not just normal content with a picture and stuff like any other marketing services or any other social media managers, just simply posting for you. What they specialize is they actually go in depth with 8 to 12 hours of research for your brand. They're gonna find a lot of videos that is working and stuff, not trying to reinvent the wheels, and they have personal branding coaches that specialize into giving you viral scripts, content strategy where you can just use a tripod. You don't even need to hire photographer or videographer. You just need a tripod. You save a lot of budget just from content shooting already. Other people have to pay photographer or videographer. You don't need that. It's all included in there. So yeah, with the reels, they have the service is at $5,497 with that type of investment per month. Imagine your company already making possibly, if you believe in your brand, your company, 30 viral reels, you could be making over $50,000 to $500,000 per month. With only $5,500 a month of investment, you can get it 10 times to 100 times way more. Does that sound right? You like that, right? You like the offer? Yeah, exactly. So every company needed customers. But most importantly, remember, like different freelancers came with that Trinity where they scouted the most expert freelancers across the whole world. But most importantly, there's the project managers will find you the right person with the best quote. They're all different. It's like you this company where you sign up or you try to book a schedule, you try to schedule a 15-minute call only, then you know that this is an opportunity that can help your business and you don't want to be missing out because opportunity like this doesn't come often. This is a new company that I highly suggest to you. And like I said, I'm not here to try to sell you anything, but I would like you to take the action if you're interested only to maybe next Tuesday. Do you have time next Tuesday for a 15-minute consultation with a senior manager? Okay, great. Wonderful. I'm gonna write it down right now. So I will remind you on Monday with a text message or an email. How's that sound with you? So before I end this call with you, I'm going to be sending you emails so you know what type of service we have. So from there, you know, social media that you're looking for. Maybe you can see that from a coach's video because there's a huge differences. What Arcade Media is collaborated with Elementary University. So you can see how we have marketing coaches on YouTube with the free training and courses as well. So you can see the result and yourself who you will be working with. From there, check out the YouTube channel. And some I'll be sending to you from email. And also, nice to meet you today. Thank you for this great opportunity. And next Thursday, next Thursday we have a schedule down, so I'll be reminding you a day before. Okay. Thank you for your time. For hope you have a great, wonderful day now. Yeah. And then I send an email. So that's it. No matter what you do, handle the objection, handle this and that. You have to know your script. You have to know what to say. But from there, you have to sound kind of well, but better than me. I'm okay, right? At least. So what we do is we train a lot of remote sales closer to become settlers or closers and helping our affiliate brands and clients out there. And we gain commission as share from promoting and selling for the industry. So this is just a preview I want to show you guys, but you see how powerful it is. Like, thank you for everything because as you see, I try to go with the whole system, but I just went through with it. Sorry about that. But if you see the courses for last 2 hours training, then you understand the power of what we just done, how I utilize all the different technique and stuff. So you don't go through the step by step and stuff. You're not able to create a sales funnel that you can hold on to conversation for 15 minutes or half an hour that they know that you're the expert of your field. So again, my name is Mr. Shelby. I hope you liked today's video. And with our 2 hours Elementary University free sales course 2026, I'll see you on the next one. Again, you can add me on Instagram, follow me on Instagram at TopJShelby if you like our coaching system with something like this. It will help me a lot. Comment below. See you on the next one. Practice, practice, practice everything, especially if you're a woman. If your woman's sales can help you to survive in a beauty that you never imagined from. So if you're a woman learning sales, this is gonna be phenomenal because I promise you, you would never regret. Don't have to depend on anybody ever again. Even though if you're a guy or if you are a girl, it doesn't matter. But if you're a woman learning sales in the modern era, you are the only species that can defeat AI. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Mr. Shelby. I'll see you on the next one. So hey guys, welcome to your last part of your sales training with me. My name is Mr. Shelby. Congratulations, you have made it to the end. Oh man, you know how hard it is in order for anyone in this modern days to build a company? Is you have to do a lot of investment and stuff. But luckily, our team has put a lot of time to put this together. So if you don't have a job or if you're looking for income online and stuff, you should joining us with Elementary University. And from there, you're able to apply to be one of the remote salesperson from one of our coaches able to teach you. Because remember this, we built this system is not just for business owner to help them with marketing and sales. It's not just for business to help them with marketing and also help them with sales to get more customers towards their business. But most importantly, we're able to train our students across the whole world as well online. Doesn't have to be in person. This was a system that was created for you guys as a gift in the year of 2026. So you guys can get income anywhere by joining us to be a remote sales closer under one of the coaches that you follow. Every coach that we have, they're a senior sales coach inside Elementary University. They have different personality, different coaching system, and different guidance that can help you. That's right, you only to make income anywhere across the world within first day, the fastest timing. So long story short, I'm going to be showing you guys that the last part of the sales training system. So stay with me. If you know that inside, deep down your heart, you want to become better, then with this script, then you will become the most extraordinary sales master degree later on student across the world. So let's handle objections. We built a system called the high ticket sales objection battle map with battle maps. So remember this, if you're able to create a system, even though you don't have a battle map, you can take a pen and paper, write it down on the board, whatever it is, write down how to handle objection, just like this one. So if the person say, I'll think about it, I don't want marketing right now, you say something like, okay, so what do you need to think about? Is it, do you think the marketing doesn't work with you? Or do you think that 2026, you don't need marketing versus people that has marketing already? Like, you know, and you go with, so if they say I think about it, you go with, okay, that's totally, people say they think about it all the time, but maybe the reason why you have to think about it because there's something unclear. I want to show you something to be more clear that can help you. Does that sound fair? Next thing, you go with, okay, think about it. Great. So let's say you think about, okay, I know that I have to think about it, but I want to clarify a secret that usually why this service can help with business owners just like you in your industry. This is a secret, okay? So from able to clarify with re-looping, what happens if you start today, then you're able to get more clients immediately versus you have to wait longer, right? There's only two things. Next thing, so return back to the code. So whatever you do, 1, 2, 3, create your own scenario, create your own objection battle map, right? This is me. I wrote, yeah, copyright it, only by me. So yeah, write it your own on the board, whiteboard, write it on your way, on a notepad, on your phone, whatever it is. So after you clear 3 sections of think about it, you handle 3 objections and stuff, you go back to the code. So if that's clear now, is there anything else that's stopping us to help you move forward today? Right? So yeah, remember that this is one that I need to think about it, whatever it is. That's only one part. So let's say the second thing is like, maybe expensive. Okay, we go with next up. Okay, is it the price or are you not fully understanding the result that you want require at least a little bit of investment, right? Versus that, if you invested your time into the casino, you're gambling your life away. What type of investment you think that can help with your businesses? Yeah. So that's all too expensive, right? Okay, you go really okay, that totally makes sense. We understand that. But do you think the price is the only thing that making your outcome uncertain right now? If you have fear of the investment that you're gonna be putting in or investing, or if you have fear of the budget that you want to invest today, then how can you get a great outcome to become a winner? Do you think winner doesn't have to invest their own time, doesn't have to invest into doesn't have to invest their own sacrifice, to become successful as a winner, right? Yeah. Next, so what anchor the value when it's safe, revenue gain is a pain remove. Okay, so what that means is, for example, like if you price is something that holding you back, but do you think that not being successful with your business or maybe not getting customer with your company and stuff is more you have to be concerned about? So if the price is something that blocking you from getting more customer, then you know that no matter what you do, even other companies could be telling you the same thing. But in the very moment, if you don't invest into your own company, how can you make everyone under your company respect you? That you know that you're the boss, right? They look up to you. So what does the boss do? They want to win for the company, right? You want to be good? Yep, leadership's everything. Let's return back to the code. If the outcome makes sense to you, then let's lock in right now and move forward with 4,999, something like that. Right? Next thing, oh, I need to talk to my wife. I need to talk to my partner. Okay, great. Your best yes right now. Would you personally want to do this? So you needed your partner to say yes. I thought you're the decision maker, aren't you? Well, your partner is a decision maker. Sorry, I didn't know that. Well, maybe I can speak with your partner with the consultation in the next 15 minutes instead of you. But I really want to help you. I know that you can convince your partner instead of me that if you make the decision for your partner, even your partner will be proud of you. I'm sure of it. Promise. So next you're gonna be like, okay, perfect. This see the value there, right? But you needed your partner's approval. So if your partner said no, would you still proceed? What if they say no because they don't understand the business better than you? You understand the business better because you're the one that built the business, not your partner. So you should be the one that want the business to do well, right? Doesn't need your partner approve. Your partner should get your approval instead. Next, so if I can have a three-way call right now, or maybe I can send a video to your partner, client, and what we have said and stuff. If you have agreement with that, I'll be lucky. I'll be willing to shoot a video to send to your partner just to have a personal connection so your partner know who I am and who you're working with, which you're working with the expert, which is us that can represent you, right? Would you want us to shoot a personal video to your partner and stuff to see what they think with your approval? Right. So no matter you return to close next. So you want to loop them, you can decide to get it today. So if if you and your partner say yes and stuff, then do we have an agreement? Yeah. And you pause, right? Next, so next thing, like timing objection. So like I don't need it right now. It's like, okay, then when do you need it? How long are you gonna be waiting? Because the more you wait, the more other people's gonna be ahead of you with your company. You know that. When it doesn't wait, if you started a finish line, even though in a horse track, minute the gun, the dove, the heads, and all the horses racing together. So why would you want to think that delaying your business, if right now is not the right time, when would be the right time? Delaying is the wrong thing, wrong mindset. You know, in order for business to success, isn't that right? Yeah. So next thing, well, okay, I get it, better and stuff. But most don't pause. They can't be waiting. Usually make it harder. They're more expensive. Okay, so you basically say, okay, so maybe it's not right time. Like maybe I have to do it next year and stuff. Like this year is not okay. So you gotta be waiting for the next summer. If this summer you don't get fit right now, next summer you're gonna be saying the same thing because you're missing out this summer. This summer is coming up. So go on diet, go on a treadmill, go for your fitness, get in shape. Don't wait anymore because time is something that you cannot buy back. Yeah, something like that. It's like, okay, identify the time and cash flow. Okay, so maybe I don't have money right now at this time, right? Okay, so great. Well, guess what? Do monthly payment. So you want us to stretch it to 4 months, so you can pay $2,500 a month instead of $10,000 right now. We can do that for you. How's that sound? There's like, well, it's not money issue. We just stretch it to 2,500 with the like 4 month payment, right? Like we can stretch it. Like so, like it's about like you don't think this. Okay, let me laugh then. If you don't believe it, I'm gonna represent to you, something like that. So next objection. Maybe the person doesn't trust you because you the salesperson, right? So let me tell you the techniques. If the person doesn't trust you, okay, what do you need to do in order to tell you that I'm confident to help you? You want me to show you my testimonial, my reviews, my social media, my result, my YouTube channel, my Instagram, my Facebook, anything. You want me to show you what my clients' feedback is towards me. So if I show all that and we're still not moving forward, are you skeptical about me? Is there something that you don't trust in me? Did I do something wrong? Okay, yeah. So that's a wrap, by the way. So next time you go like, smart question. So I, the reason I know that maybe you're skeptical from this decision to go forward today because you have some type of question that you haven't asked me yet. Isn't that correct? So if for both of us to proceed forward today, what do you want me to help you directly if there's only one thing from everything that we just said? You know, next, like, so is it something that you don't see in our company with the benefit from how we can help you with your brand? You're not the first person. We have helped other companies just like you as well. For example, with social media, even with content and stuff, even with editing, you see how our editors are exceptional editing. From there, if you're telling me that even with the editing you cannot trust besides everything else, okay, then take a look at YouTube channel. If you go take a look at the YouTube channel and stuff, then you can see if you can trust it or not, right? Go look at some of the free courses and free training that Mr. Shelby have inside Adam University. Go to YouTube channel, right? Check it out. Look at our social media. Follow us on Instagram. Follow us on every single platform. Would you like an email so you can trust us more? So earn trust, guys. If they have any objection and stuff when it comes to trust, you have to do other thing, any provide more value and stuff so they can trust you. Add more things. Maybe give them more discount, give them an extra pencil. I don't know, give them something for free, send them PDF, something to earn more trust, right? So return to close. So if if what you see out from the PDF that we send you, even though from the free ebook from YouTube video we send you and stuff and everything, if it makes sense to you, then let's move forward. Are you ready? So after you handle all these different objections and stuff, remember this is a straight line, right? So if they don't trust you, you don't handle the trust objection and stuff by showing them everything that you have with your social media, everything that you've done and stuff. Why would they trust you? Of course, you have to like show them what you do with your work. That's why the social media marketing, right? Yeah. So, but if you don't have social media marketing, once again, and stuff, we have 15 reels for $2,997, 20 reels for $3,497, or 30 reels most signature with $5,497. That's the one that all our clients always coming back because all the viral reel is extraordinary. If you don't have viral reel and stuff, then you're missing out because purely if you don't know marketing, you don't know advertisement, then your editing is not gonna be great. So we have a lot of good editors that can make any video viral. Only if you listen to our content coaches, you can shoot any content with a tripod, so you will save a lot of money without needing to hire photographer or videographer in the country that anywhere across the world. So if you're watching this, not just in the country that we're at, anywhere across the world, we can help you with social media marketing for sure. So last thing, guys, send info, objection. So a lot of things is you have to send an infographic or even remember what I said. You have to have two presentations. Number one, the presentation, they have to see what they're getting for, what type of product it is. Second presentation is handling all the objection, like the interior of the car. For example, the first presentation is like the exterior of the car. And the second thing is the interior of the car. Because if you don't show them the interior of the car and stuff, they will not know what spec they're getting in, right? And the third thing is about the salesperson, the closers. So what that means is if you send all the info and stuff that you went through all the objection and stuff, they should lower the resistance psychologically that they know that you're the person that they trust. So once you send an email to them, once you send a text message, once you send a personal video to them and stuff that can personalize, no matter what, you're basically able to answer anything that they needed. So with everything that we have, with all that we're gonna be sending over to you, if it's right, then can we move forward with the deal today? So the next thing you go with like, okay, got it. Sending a text right now with the questions. And then from there, from there you see about the prices and packages from the text and stuff, or from the email, you see the different menu that we have. And from there, afterwards, you can, if you have any question and stuff, I can text you right back, or you can call me immediately, or next morning I can call you back tomorrow just to follow up with you. Would you want me to follow up with you? On next day. Yeah. Right. So nothing is like, okay, so I want a 30-second little brief summary of what you're getting. So today, what you're getting right now is this new Honda Civic in 2026 with this and that. After the test driving stuff, you would like, you want loudspeaker inside the trunk. And from there, instead of a sedan, you want to pick a van because you want to fit your dog inside in the back, right? So we're gonna be upgrading the tires. So I'm gonna be telling the mechanic, or like I'm telling the detailing team that you wanted a customized different vinyl color on your new van with the vehicle that you have selected today. So from that, I'll write down all the information and stuff, and then price, and I'm just gonna go briefly with you and stuff and print this out. So from there, let's move forward. Would you like to move forward? Something like that. You have to like show them the blueprint that we're presenting with like the whole manual and with all the spec, and then the price point represent to them, loop it back, so they see how much it is and what they're getting for, and they see it right in front of their eyes. That's called looping, right? We present to them, right? So they cannot say no. So next thing is they have to move forward, right? So if you've done everything right, then more likely 80% you can sell anything. So the last thing is you have to send any type of information, and even though you took down the client's note during the conversation, took down all the note, if you the doctor repeat what the injury is, okay, you just told me that you have abdominal pain or like leg pain or shin pain or head is hurt, right? You have to tell the client that, okay, doctor is hurting. Okay, the doctor's gonna be back to, okay, so your head in this way, right? Like which way your head's hurting, right? So you don't repeat back with the information that you collected to the clients up and loop it back. You cannot sell anything. So remember this. After everything we discussed about, handle objection. This is the most crucial skill set, technique. It's like martial art you have to practice. So this is the elements, all right? My name is Mr. Shelby. I hope you learned a lot in this 2-hour free sales training course with Elementary University 2026. And if you didn't know, I do a lot of motivational coaching and also sales personal coaching besides Elementary University collaboration and podcasts with guests with businesses and entrepreneurs. There's a lot of things that we're doing. If you like what we're doing, please support us and subscribe to my channel. And shout out to Heather, Sister Heather, for extraordinary communicator inside Elementary University, and also shout out to Bella, which is really, really good when it comes to spiritual tarot reading and stuff. You should see it. Like sign up with her tarot reading. It's free on the first time. Something that science cannot be explained. It gave me goosebumps, even though speaking about it. Yep, I'll see you guys on the next one. Next time, I want you guys to know this. Watch this video. If you watch this video 10 to 15 times, it's 2 hours free sales training system. I know that inside of you, you wanted to change your career. Even though anything you do on social media, even though you have a business or not, but this is the highest income skill, especially when it comes to women out there. Women are destroying in this industry as remote sales closer in North America. They're making trillions of dollars. You see a lot of remote closer are female. They're wrecking it online. So if you're female and stuff, if you're female and you like what I'm saying, then this ability of sales is a gift that was created for you. There's no talking shit. This 2 hours free session is a gift towards you ladies and gentlemen. See you on the next one. My name is Mr. Shelby. Once again, you can follow me on Instagram at TopJShelby. Bye now.